Good morning, good morning. I'm streaming this on Restream, and I'm really sorry I'm late. I've had like a million technical issues this morning with my keyboard locking up. So I apologise if you've been here and you've waited 8 minutes and I haven't arrived. I really am very sorry about that. I am just making sure that I'm definitely live on all the places I need to be. So just give me 1 second. One second. I've not actually done, I do this every week on Fridays for Instagram, but I've not done a Restream live on Facebook before. So I just need to check where that is because of the comments. So let me see. Okay, here we go. I'm hoping, I'm not sure if people can see me live, so I'm hoping that you can. Let me see if I can get the chat up. Okay. Yeah, if anyone's here, could you just, hi, I can see the people on Instagram. Thank you so much for showing up. But I'm not sure if I can see anybody on Facebook. So let me just have a quick look at Facebook. I am really not sure. I'm just going to hit go live on Facebook, even though it should already be live. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Yes. Finally, it's working. Right. Can everyone hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? Yeah, sorry about that, Gemma. I've had loads of tech issues, so it wasn't working, but it's working now. Can you just let me know that you can hear me okay before I dive in? Yeah, definitely on Facebook now, so that's great. The only trouble I'm having with Facebook at the moment is I can't see people's comments. It's bizarre. But hopefully I will see them here. Okay. Right, I'm going to just go into another Facebook page. I just don't want to miss any comments, and then I'm going to be able to talk to you about onboarding, how we onboard our clients. I'm going to show you behind the scenes what we do so that you can get an idea of that and hopefully copy it or think about, a way you can onboard yourself better if you need to. So I'm not sure if people on Facebook commenting I'm going to be able to see the comments, because I can't even see a comment thread anywhere, which is really, really annoying. So I apologise, and if that's the case, then you can just message me later or head over to Instagram, More Than a VA, where I'm also streaming. Right, okay. Thank you, Gemma. I'm going to get on with it. So this is going to be new because I'm going to screen share. Apparently, this is all something you can do quite easily through Restream. So I'm going to attempt a screen share to show you what we do. And I apologise in advance if this does not work well. Okay, so onboarding is so important. And this week we've been doing last week, and today is our final day, our Earn More, Work Less challenge. And the whole point is for you to work less hours, but earn more money. So we've gone through things like how to figure out your income gap, how to create your dream schedule, and then looking at technology and your time-saving superpower. So what you don't want to be doing, is you don't want to be wasting loads of time on tech, and it can be really scary if you're not techie to get going. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. Look, I'm a tech VA and wasn't to begin with. I can't even believe I call myself that. Never would I have thought that was going to be something I could do, and I absolutely love it. And it's possible. Now, today, excitingly, our doors open to the VIP Access membership, which is fabulous. And I'm showing you what we do inside that system. So the whole onboarding workflow. I'm going to actually show you more in depth what we do in our agency. And then I'll show you a little bit about what you get inside the VIP Access and the Growth Essentials, because you get this if you didn't want to go off and do this yourself. Now, if you've already got like a system like a CRM and it's got automation capabilities, you can do this yourself there. So I'm going to take you through it step by step. Let's keep our fingers crossed that screen share is actually going to work. Right, one moment. Right, 1 second. Let's see. Yes, hopefully. Now, can you see the screen? Okay. If you can let me know, I would really appreciate it. Because I'm not sure you can. I can see it on Restream, but I'm not sure if I can see it on the live. It might be that there's a lag, so bear with me. I think you can see it. I'm not quite sure if I can make that any bigger. So let me see. Here we go. There we go. It's working. Right, now some of you might recognize this platform. I've made no bones about it. This is built on the Go High Level platform. Now, a few years ago, when I started my scaling my agency and I had a team, I could not work out how the hell to keep everything in one place. It was driving me nuts, and there wasn't anything out there. I found Go High Level. It wasn't perfect. And over the last couple of years, I've made it very, very, very bespoke to my business. And then I thought, well, I could give this to other virtual assistants who are also looking for a platform. So whilst yet you could go out there and you could sign up to Go High Level and pay a lot more money than what it costs to join our membership, you can get, with ours, everything done for you. So I'm just going to take you through it now. If you were to go onto my website, actually, I will show you. This is the process. Onboarding starts, by the way, at inquiry. It's not just about when you actually sign that person up. So if I go into our website, if you have any queries, just let me know. And let's just say somebody was on the homepage. There's loads of, I've got book a call all over my website. You'll see right here at the top, the book a call option. I think there is a delay. Bear with me. Let me just, because I can't see that it's moved over. I'm on my phone, so it's a bit small, Gemma says. Hopefully, Gemma, you'll be able to follow along. But all of this, Gemma's already a VIP member, is in your academy. It's in the training, step by step, to show you how to, connect everything, because you've already got it. I don't think, share this tab instead. Here we go. Right, so now you should see our website, and you will have the book a call link here. Now, let's say somebody was going to book a call. They're going to click there, and they're going to go to our calendar. So, for example, let's say they were booking a call for tomorrow at 10. You will see that we have built in a customized form. So we're not just asking for their first name, last name, email, and phone. We are also asking what service they're interested in, and they're going to be able to tell us. Now, I won't take you. Well, maybe I will. Let's just have a look. So if I go into your system, what you get, then what happens is, no, I don't want to do that. Why is that popped up? Go away, leave me alone. Okay. Then what you would get is an automation for, where is it gone? I can't remember where I've put it. Here we go, I think. I know. Oh, It's in your talk through the tech, so it's in your replays to show you how to set that up. So if you, Gemma, I know is a member, so anyone else, if you go through into your resources area and talk through the tech, it will show you how to get this set up. So if I go back, what happens is somebody books a call. So I've got that many I have to remember. And then what? One moment. I've got to remember where it is because we've got so many workflows. It's unbelievable. Right, I'm just going to tell you what happens. Based on the answer that they give, let's say they said simply admin, then what will happen is they will get an automated email. So we have a trigger that says when this form is completed, look for which option they picked and send the email based on that option. So every one of these options has got its own email. And it says, let's say they pick Simply Admin, they get an email and it says, thank you so much for booking the Simply Admin call. Here's all the information you need to know. It gives them all the information, any questions that they might ask, all the answers and the pricing. And then very politely, it says, if you don't think you're ready for this yet, then you can reschedule or cancel your call here. Now, the reason we do this is we do not want to waste our time with people who are not ready to buy. So we want to have only qualified leads. So the people that are going to get that email, know all the answers, see how much it's going to cost, and still come through are more likely to sign up. And then the next process after that is that they have their call, and then we get a client call questionnaire filled in. Now, you get this as part of your free resources anyway. So even if you're a free member, you can get this. So what happens is, so I'm just going to flick to the back to the next screen. The call questionnaire is filled in. So if I just show you what that looks like and what it's all about. I know I'm taking you before onboarding, but I think it's important for you to understand the steps leading up to it. So when someone books a call, my account manager, she's the person who takes our calls, automatically gets an email saying this person's booked a call, fill this form in on the call. Now, on the call, she will go through, it's not a script, but it is guiding you through. So she will be filling in the information of the person. And then it says the situation. So what's the background to the client's problem? Let the client do the talking, be there to listen. They often just want to be heard. Don't try to give ideas, solutions. Instead, just show your understanding by listening. You will have time to formulate ideas and get an estimate of what time support plan the client needs, and then give details of the work here. So here they're going to fill in what the situation is. They won't do this on the call, they'll do it after, but it's guiding them through. And there's a reason for this. We want the client to tell us everything so they understand their own problem. Most clients don't even get it. They don't understand the point they've got to. So we're getting them to tell us the situation. Then we're saying what problem has resulted in this situation. So what's changed in your circumstances? What's made you call us? And we'll say that. So what's prompted the inquiry today then? What's changed? Because the situation they're in has probably resulted in a problem. And then we're going to reflect back. We're going to go back over what the client says and repeat it back to them so they can really go, yeah, I really am struggling with this. Then they're going to say how much time they think they need somebody for. And we're going to talk about the impact taking on a VA will have. This is how it's going to support you. And it's going to be brilliant. And then we're going to give reassurance. And then we're going to gain commitment. How does this sound to you? So these are the next steps. We're going to do this. What does that sound like to you? And then we fill in how the client's decided to proceed. Now, the options here are they might want to reschedule a call. By the way, we make people pay for follow-up calls. They might say it's too expensive. They might say, call me back in a certain amount of months. They might say they're not interested right now. And they might say, match me with a VA. Hopefully it's the last one. Now, I'm not going to take you through, but you do get this as part of your membership. What happens is, depending on which one of those things they choose, when this form is submitted, that person will get an email customized based on their response. Now, if it's match me with a VA, this is where our signed clients within 24 to 48 hours strategy kicks in. They get an email to say, this is brilliant. You've taken the next step into getting support. Fantastic. We want to give you a video of your VA. Now, we are an agency, we work with associates, and we no longer match clients to VAs and let them have a call. It takes far too long. It wastes time. Instead, all of our VA associates record an introductory video introducing themselves. We pick the VA we think's best and we send them that video. And then they will get follow-up emails. So the system will check and say, have they paid yet? If they haven't paid, because we also send the payment link, then send them this email. The second email will say, your time is running out. We can't hold this VA's time forever. If you don't sign up, it will be too late. They'll be gone. And then if they still haven't signed up in 48 hours, the next email will be, we're really sorry, but the VA is now no longer available. And that normally prompts the client to say, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to miss it. Is it too late? So that's just some background. If they say, call me back in so many months' time, we send a polite email saying, no, we're far too busy, because you don't want clients to think you're desperate. So that's what they get next. Now, we're going to now go into onboarding. Let's say that the client agreed to be matched with a virtual assistant. I'm just going to check if there's any questions. Not yet, I don't think. If you are on Facebook, I'm really, really sorry, because I just cannot see any questions whatsoever at all. But as I say, feel free to message me later with any questions that you've got. So let's say that they said, yes, we want to go ahead with a VA, hopefully. And most often, by the time they get to this point, that's exactly what happens. So the next thing will be that they will go into our onboarding process. And this is, again, all part of, if you was to sign up, this is what you get. This is not what I'm here for today. I'm hoping that you will take away some inspiration and embed this into your own business, because if you're doing it all manually, yeah, that's not good. So if we go into automations and we go into our client onboarding, as I say, I don't want to overwhelm people. Just so you know, you don't get all of this in your system. You get the bare bones, the ones that you're going to need to hit the ground running. And then when I said talk through the tech, that's every fortnight, and then we keep adding more in over time to make it easy for you, because it can be really, really overwhelming. So let's say, for example, they have paid for a Simply Admin, because that's the demonstration we've been using. So they've said, yeah, I want to sign up for Simply Admin. Our system, so the trigger is looking at which one they picked, right? Which order. It could be 5 hours, 10, 15, 20. We also offer a 5-hour free trial. So we're checking here to see if they have the free trial tag, because if they do, if they've signed up for a free trial, they'll get a tag and they'll go into a separate similar automation. So we don't want them getting these emails as well, because that would be a waste of time. And then what will happen is they will get tagged, and the tag is VA Services Client. So it tells us that they're a new client, and that sets off some more automations for us. And then we look at which package they've bought. Let's say they've bought 15 hours. They get assigned to a user. Now they get assigned to me at the moment. And what I do is then, once I know who they're matched with, I switch the user, because all of our team gets access to the system, but only to certain things. They only get access to their clients. So if they came into the contact fields, they'd only see who they were assigned to. And we do that because one of the things I wanted to stop was virtual assistant associates having the calls with clients in their own calendars. I want that happening in our system. So they get their own calendars in this system. We get an internal notification. This is, I'll keep scrolling on the wrong screen, saying, we've got a new client, because you always want to have a win. Here's their name. Please reach out to them on LinkedIn with this connection note. Now, I get that, and I'll go connect with them on LinkedIn. I think it's really important to do that. So that's what happens. And then they get added to our opportunities board. So basically, this is like a tracker where we know which clients we've got and what packages they're on. And then there's a second internal notification, and this goes out to me as well, saying we have a new client. This is their name. This is where they came from, and add them to the demographic sheet. Now, you won't get that because you might not be doing this, but I have a demographic sheet that I track all of my data on. Where are clients coming from? How many hours are they booking? What area of the country are in? Where are they in the world? And by by collating that data, we can better understand our clients, and I would urge you to do that. We then remove the potential client and the sales pipeline tag. So when people book a call, they go into our sales pipeline. Now, we have what's called a 12 steps pipeline, and it's because on average it takes 12 steps for someone to buy from you. So they go into that system, but if they sign up, they'll come out of it because we don't want them getting the emails. Now, what happens is we don't manually contact them for 12 steps. We have an automated system doing that for us: text, WhatsApp, email, and phone call. And then eventually they will come out of the pipeline if they haven't signed up, and we'll tag them potential client instead, because we still want to be emailing people that, you know, potentially could be clients. So we have like a monthly email thing going out every week. We set up like a new theme every month, and that goes out every week. So we want to remove those tags because we don't want them getting those emails anymore, because now they are a client, which is amazing. Then they get an email. Now, these might all look like step. Remember, this has all happened instantly, okay, because we've got no wait periods in there yet. So they're going to get an email saying, yay, welcome, it's time to get started. And I'll just show you an example of what that looks like. So it says, welcome, and it's obviously got their name. Welcome to LTVA. We're so happy to have you here. To ensure your relationship gets off to a good start with your VA, we recommend following these steps. It is crucial as part of your onboarding that you educate your clients on how to make sure that relationship's going to work. You have to tell them up front, this is what you need to be doing, as well as me. Because if you don't and it falls apart, they'll just blame you and say, you didn't tell me that. So we make sure that we, as part of our very long onboarding process, that we do that. So it says, stick to regular repetitive tasks to begin with if you can. When giving new work to your VA, be as descriptive as possible. If you can, make a video tutorial and use voice notes. If you can give as much detail as you can, it will lessen the possibility of your VA needing to ask lots of questions. How many of you get absolutely fed up to the back teeth of having to keep asking questions because the client's either giving, you know, one-word answers, not responding, they've just given you everything in little chunks, and you feel really awkward because you're terrified of having to keep asking questions all the time. You don't want to annoy them, but it's possible. The country question, I joined the membership this morning. Will this video be available afterwards? Yeah, I can absolutely download this and pop it into the resources area, but you don't need this, because if you go into your resources training area, you will see all of this laid out step by step. It tells you exactly how to set yours up, because you'll have to do a little bit of work, but it's all in there for you. Whilst we're on the subject of questions, invite your VA in the early days to ask questions if they need to, share feedback and be responsive. Responsive's key word when it comes to clients. Plan a weekly call to check in with your VA just for the first month. Give all the login details you need to your VA, or add them as a team member to accounts so they have their own login. This will stop them having to wait for 2FA codes from you, which will slow down progress, because it's annoying, isn't it, when we have to do that. And we've made a short video for you to help you get the best out of your VA. We highly recommend you take the time to watch it. I do loads of tutorial videos and I unlist them. I put them as unlisted in YouTube, so they're not public, and then I can just share the link where I need to. So I've done a video. It's so much easier for people to watch videos saying, here's how to get the best out of your VA. So I would recommend that you use video a lot. It's just more practical for people that are time poor. And then we highly recommend using a password manager to share passwords and credit card information with your VA. We recommend 1Password, which is very simple to use. We're telling them about how it works. We've given them a link. We're doing our due diligence. You're right. You know, we are ICO registered. We're processing data. We're working in client accounts. It's important we educate our clients on cyber essentials. If you signed up and paid via Stripe, you can now log into your portal so that you can manage your payments. We advise that you do this right away. If you are using Stripe, you can do that. Just put in client portal and you'll be able to see the link. What we do is when clients pay, they go to a thank you page and it gives them the client portal. So it's on them then. If they ever want to cancel, pause, whatever, they can go in and do that. Your VA will be in touch very soon so you can begin working together to ensure everything runs smoothly. We recommend straightening out your preferred method of communication with your VA as soon as possible. An agreement should have been sent to you by now. If not, it will be on its way. We would appreciate it if you could complete it as soon as possible, as we can't start work without it. Don't ever start work with a client until they've signed that agreement, because you've got no protection without it. Once again, thank you for joining us. We look forward to a new and exciting journey together. And if you need us before your time is due to start, just drop us an email. Now, separate to this, and also in the memberships, is another email, another workflow. When it sees that VA services tag added, because we know we've got a new client, the agreement automatically goes out to be sent, and it tracks it to see if it has been signed or not. And if it hasn't, it sends reminders. So all of that's automated. We do not send any contracts at all manually. So that's that email. And then let me take you to the next one. Okay, and the next one is we then update the contact field. So we may have had information about the client, but we might not have had all the information. But now that they've signed up, we can put in any fields that were missing. It might be the phone number that was missing. So that's what that one does. And then we add some tasks. Okay, let's have a look at our tasks. I must admit, we're not the best at using the task management feature. There's a brilliant task management feature, but we just do it through the email notifications that come in. And then it's saying if there are any additional, is there any additional information missing from the AMS, that's what we call the system, account management system, please add it in for this person. Now that has moved, so it's going to be assigned to Kirsty. She's our account manager, and it's due in 3 days. And then it's telling her the information that's needed. Now, you might not necessarily need this, but this is for us. And then we have another task. Bear with me, my computer's playing up. And then we say, please assign the VA to the contact's name. So as I said before, when we switch who the assigned contact is, then if it's one of our associates, they will get to see all the client's details then. And then we do one more task. Let's just get down to that. Goodness. Right, next task. Hope you can still see everything okay. And the next task, and I would recommend you keep standing operating procedure at the top of all of your workflows, because it can grow into a massive monster and then you can't remember how anything works. And then we're saying following details to 0 and create an invoice for the client. Now, we actually have now automated this. We've paid for, we've got our own unique time portal system. So actually when a client pays in Stripe, they automatically get added. But I like to do backups of backups. So when Kirsty goes in to a 0, she'll probably check first, see if the client's already in there. But if there was a break, then at least she's got this, and she goes in and she just create in your software, and you 0, this system's got all of that in there. But my accountant insists we've got recurring invoices. So that first payment, there'll be no invoice for. So we always make sure we go and put the invoice in, and then we set up a recurring one thereafter. Just going to check if there's any questions. And I'm rushing a little bit, but I apologise because we've got the final day of our challenge coming up, so I don't want to go on too long and miss that. But I'm hoping this is going to be useful for people. Just bear with me. No worries. No worries. Any questions about the resource area? Because you would, if you were a free member, you would have upgraded the free resources to the paid, to the VIP resources. So it's all in there, and the same if you're a growth member as well, you get that. Right, let's go back. Again, if you're watching this on Facebook and you're asking questions, I'm really sorry. It's not showing me the comments for some reason. Okay, let's keep going. And then, oh, here's where it sends the contract. Don't know me in workflows. So the contract gets sent. Bearing in mind, all of that has happened instantaneously. There was no wait section yet. So although it looks really big in the background, all that's actually happened is the internal team has had a bunch of notifications and the clients just had a welcome email and a contract. That's all they've had. So it looks, complex, but that's it really. They've just had that. We then wait one day and then they get another email, because we don't want to bombard our customers with loads and loads and loads of emails, but there is loads and loads of information to give them. So we want to do it very slowly over time. So the email they're going to get is your account manager email. And again, they get that after one day, so they don't get that on the same day. And it also gives us time to input, because we'll be going into the contacts record and we'll be filling in things like what time support plan they're on, who their account manager is, what their account manager's email is. So we'll be doing all of that. That's what some of those tasks will be. And in this one, you can also see when these were created and when they were updated. So it probably needs an update, actually. It is something I'm not the best at. I do have it set up as a weekly task to go and look at my previous automations and make changes. So be better than me, guys. Just be better than me and make sure that you are regularly checking them. And it says, hope you're having a great day. I want to introduce you to your client magic maker. That's what we account managers. And then, as you can see here, these are called custom values. So it's picking up in code that person's name and inputting it, which is why you can have the same email going out to every client and it will always be their name, their account manager's name, and so on and so forth. And then it's saying your account manager will be on hand to support you with anything you need during your time with us, and is an extra person you can reach out to have any problems, if you have any problems with or cannot contact your VA. Now, I want to point something out. We are an agency, okay? So we have an account manager who is on hand to take care of the VAs and the clients. And it doesn't matter that we send out all of these emails and we remind them constantly that we've got someone else. Apart from your associate, we've got someone else. The amount of times they wait and say, I've been frustrated for a month and haven't told us, is unreal. So always be thinking about how you can improve. One of the things we recently added in because of that was WhatsApp Business. And we've sent that to our existing clients to say, look, here's another way you can contact us. And we at least we've covered. We can't do much more than that. And then it's got, you can reach out to your account manager here with their email, and you should by now have received a login to our bespoke time portal system. That happens outside of this because it's separate software, which I hope to bring to you guys one day, so that you can track your time. If not, you can access that here or from the login button on our website at any time. And then they've got the link. If you're using something like Toggle, you can explain what the process will be in your email. Because you'd have to customize, although you get all of this, you would have to customize it to, suit your business and the way you're running things. Then we get another internal notification. Again, we don't want to, overload ourselves, and it's a text this time. And this is why we could automate this and send this straight to the cafe. I always order brownies for our clients. I think it's a really nice touch, and we have stickers that we give to the cafe because they're local to me that they can put on there. So what the cafe owner does is they pop it on like a sticker saying, it's from LTVA Services, and then encourage them to post. So they'll go on going, oh my God, I got these amazing brownies from LTVA Services. Brilliant. Use every opportunity you can to market your business. So we send them the brownies, and then all the account manager has to do is copy and paste this email saying, hi Beth, can we order a box of 6 mixed brownies, blah, 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 blah. And off they go. So that's the next thing that happens. We wait 2 days and then we check, because one of the things we've done at this point is we have asked if they want to opt in or out to newsletters. And then we tag them newsletters, then we wait another 2 days. If they've opted out, what we do is we add them to a separate workflow, which will explain that for now, while we're onboarding, we are going to opt you back in. But then at the end of the onboarding, we take them out because that's what they've asked for. That's the only thing that you have to remember with systems like this is if you've always got the unsubscribe option, they could unsubscribe out of really important emails. So make sure that you've got something set up so that they stay in that workflow until the very end. Okay, so let's say we're going to go with I want to say they've opted in, right? Okay. And then we add them to our affiliate campaign. We don't ask clients if they want to join, we add them to it. So they get added to our affiliate campaign and they'll get an email automatically going out telling them about it. But one of the things we also do is we offer 3 hours free if they don't want to use that. And that's the one they always use. Then we wait 7 days. So bearing in mind, by now, all the clients had is the first email welcoming them, their contract, and then the next day they've had who your account manager is. Then they get nothing for 7 days. Oh, sorry, they get the 1 day later, the affiliate manager thing. Then they get nothing, and then they get another email, our services. And I'll explain the reason for this. So for this email, 1 week later, we send them, it's been a week since you joined up. Hopefully work has got off to a good start. However, sometimes it's difficult to know what you can and can't ask your VA to do. The reason we do this is by doing this for so long, clients can sign up and suddenly go, oh, I have no idea what to do. I don't know what to delegate. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. So we want to help them. We want to stop all of that. Use your experience and knowledge to counter any problems that might occur. We've created a handy sheet which details the sort of jobs assistants can do for you, and I'm going to give them and it tells you all the kind of things like office management, social media, everything, and it's going to help them think, oh yeah, I could do help with that. In addition to this, we wanted to share a handy template with you to help tasks they need to get on with without running anything past you. Need some sort of sign off and ones that need full approval. It's called traffic light template sheet. So it's going to say, these are the tasks you can do, these are the tasks that we wanted to chat about, and these are the ones you absolutely have to speak to me about. This is all optional, of course. You don't have to do things like this, but we've just learned over time what works and what doesn't. And then the next email is another 7-day wait. So they've had that email. By the way, by doing this, it shows that we care. They haven't just signed up and we've disappeared. They're getting emails every week from us. The next one goes more in depth on how to make your VA relationship successful. Go on, I'll show you, just so you know. One moment. My internet, I think, is really slow today. Okay. So, as I say, I make videos. I hated it. I hated it at first, just like everybody does. Hated doing videos. I look back on some of them now and cringe, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. And now I have no problem going live, doing videos. The only thing I haven't mastered yet is walking around the street with people watching me. I absolutely hate people watching me. So when you see the videos of me walking the dog and I'm talking, what you don't see is me pausing as somebody walks past, because I bloody hate doing that. We hope things are truly progressing while we're VA. We've already given you some handy tips on how to get the best out of your relationship. Help to hear some tips from real life clients. Now, videos are great, but video testimonials are good. Once you've got clients, ask them, look, I'd love to be able to get a video testimonial from you. Would you be free to do that for me? We did this with our clients and they said yes. And most often they will. And then you set up a video. So what we did, we used, what did we use? I can't remember what software we used now. I think it was, it'll come to me. And it films just that person rather than you. So it just reduces down the editing. And then we asked them a series of questions, knowing that we could then use the whole video and chunk up the video. So, for example, what kind of business are you? We want that because we want other people to relate to it. Then it was, why did you sign up with the VA? And then one of the questions was, what tips would you give to someone? Right? So preempt, start thinking ahead about the kind of email onboarding you're going to do and the kind of things that would help your client. So what we've done is we've taken out of that bigger video. If you want to see the full video, if you go to our website, ltvaservices.com, there's I can't remember what page it's on, but it's our clients. There's a video on there. I think it's on the homepage. And then we've sectioned out the bits where they've given advice and we've put that in. This also leads to social proof. Like your clients, if they are struggling, will go, well, these guys made it work. So there's so much psychology in the background of all this that I've just learned over time. So we've given them that, and then we've re-give them the services cheat sheet. So if they missed it the first time, they've got it again. And then we go into wait a week again. And then we invite them to our networking group on LinkedIn. So what I do, and I'm not the best at being proactive within this group, I'll be honest with you, is we created a private networking group in LinkedIn. Really, I just need to get someone to manage it. But because I thought that actually all of these clients, I keep seeing links, like the synergies between them that could work really well. So if they could meet each other, that would be brilliant. And it kind of creates a community as well. So I won't bother showing you that one because that's bespoke to us. We then wait 9 days. We start stretching out the time. By the way, this all eventually equals to a month of onboarding. Then we check in. So you'll see here, we're going to go check in. And it says, how are things going? Let's just have a look. And remember, separate to this is the contract. That's all happening on its own as well. I wanted to just check in, make sure things are going well with your virtual assistant and that you're happy with the work that has been done so far. As a reminder, if you need to raise any issues, your account manager is. We're going to give them their name again. We're going to give them their contact. We hope that helps you. All the best. Now, you can add more into that if you wanted to, but we're constantly checking in. We're leaving no room for excuses of I didn't realize, I didn't know what to do. Now, I think I've moved over to a section that's a bit smaller, but we keep doing this and it goes on. We wait again. I think this one is 5 more days. So it is over a period of a month. And then we finally get an internal notification. Right now, the internal notification on this is it's personally time to check in. This is where we thought we can't just stop at there. We have to go on a little bit more. So now our account manager gets this email and it says, now that so-and-so has been with us over a month, it's time for a personal check-in. Please copy and paste this email to them from your email account because it goes to our info app email. And they'll copy and paste that in and it'll say, hi, so-and-so, I hope you're well. Now that you've been with us over a month, I just want to check in to see how things are going and to remind you that if you need anything at all you need to do is email me using this email address or call on. And then we've got, in the system, you can buy a phone number for like £1 something. And we send our text from it. We make phone calls from it until recorded in the system. And you can also use it then to set up WhatsApp Business without actually needing WhatsApp on your phone. It's important to get any issues ironed out as quickly as possible to prevent escalation, and that's in creating a bond of trust between you and your take time, and it's natural for frictions to occur during those early weeks. However, I want to make sure that any issues do not develop into anything more serious, which is why I'm always on hand should you need me. Hopefully everything is going great. You and your VA have developed a great relationship by now. Please save our number and this email and get in touch at any time. Once again, thank you for choosing LTVA. And then it says you will not be required to contact the client again unless your fortnightly time tracker indicates the need to do so. So what we do is our account manager every fortnight looks at the time. Let's say we've got a client on a 10-hour plan, but not much time's being used. We want to know why, what's going on, because that time should be used. Is this a problem with the associate? Is it a problem with the client? That's done very separately to this. Please use the tracker as a reminder for your check-in process. And then we've got this handy, I don't think I'm going to be able to enlarge it. It's our process, our client to VA tracking system and the way it works. So our account manager knows. And I hope to have more account managers in the future. So this is why it's important to have this built in like this so everybody knows what they're doing. Okay, so that is our onboarding process. I'm going to stop sharing and come back to you guys and open the floor for any more questions. I might have had some while I've been here. But if you've got any questions about that, then please drop them in the comments now. I apologise if you're on Facebook. There might be people tuning in on YouTube, and I will come back to any questions that you leave. If you are on Facebook, I'll see the comments after and I'll answer. So Are you already onboarding your clients in a way that's going to be, I mean, do you know why we personally send that final email from, why it's important that final email is sent from our info at inbox and not from the system? Anybody got any idea why we do that? And drop it in the comments if you do, if you think you know. The reason, because you've all been a bit slow, is it's important that not everything is automated. It's important to still have a personal touch. You've got to have that kind of, not only are we, oh, I've blurred. I'm sorry if I've become blurry. I don't know why that's happened. Bear with me. Let me see if I can sort that out. Technology, oh my goodness. 1 minute. Oh. Oh. On camera. Right, yes, I'm not blurry anymore. I can't even remember what I was saying. It's so important to have that personal touch, but also by doing that, you give them a reply to email as well. You're giving them another way to contact you. It's so easy to focus on getting new clients that you can fail your existing ones. So your onboarding needs to be in depth. It needs to be proactive. It needs to be client-centered and heartfelt. You need to be telling them everything in a slow, easy to digest way. You need to be checking in. You need to have these systems and processes. And you want to build and scale a business, and you can't do that if you're doing everything manually, which is why having a system like this, which you get as part of the VIP and Growth Essentials membership, is all done for you. So you don't have to, and you can start to scale, especially if you're going to be taking on associates. Now, at 3 o'clock today, we have our masterclass. I'm just going to pop that into the comments. 1 moment. This is our as how to scale beyond 2K months and build a dream team. So if you're starting to think about working with associate VAs, because that's one of the best ways to scale your business, it's your last chance to join. That's at 3 o'clock today. And I'd love to have you there. We've enhanced it, so if you've been before, it's well worth you signing up to come again. That's in the comments. I'll post it on the Facebook thread afterwards. So anybody got any questions about onboarding, about this process, about the membership, about anything, then you can just DM me, because I've got it in there. I have the challenge coming up. So just send me a DM. I'll be more than happy to help you. If you want to know more about the membership itself, if you're interested in taking a look at that and our free membership as well, because we've got a free membership, if you didn't already know, is right here. Here's the link for that. And go take a look. The doors do close, by the way, on Friday for the VIP access, because we've got to manage it. And at the moment, there's only like 2 of us in the community, managing the community. And I want to make sure if we get lots more, we've got more people managing it, so that we're not missing anything. Gemma, I have to send you the link to book a call with me, so I will sort that. And yeah, just processing it all. It can all feel a lot to begin with, but I would just advise you to just do one thing at a time. And if you're already a member like Gemma is, just work through, go into your trainings, the account management training, not resources. I've said that a few times. I think the other lady that's joined up today, I think it's Charlotte. Yeah, you go into your account management training, and then just do each one at a time. It's been laid out to do it in the most important way. All of this is already done. You'll just need to customize things and add in links that suit you. Okay, so links to book a call and things like that. Right, thank you so much for everyone that's tuned in. I hope it's been helpful and it's given you food for thought. But get in touch if you need anything whatsoever at all, and grab those links now before I close the live. I will post this back onto the grid, so I think the comments should remain, and I'll do that now. Have a wonderful day, and good luck in your VA journey. Goodbye.